Hello, hockey fans. Welcome back. My name is Josh. Today is Thursday, May 5th, 2022, and we have a special video on our hands today. I'm not sure if you saw the headlines today, but according to NHL.com, the New Jersey Devils GM did say that they were looking to potentially trade the first round pick in this upcoming draft for an established veteran player. So, what better opportunity than to talk about one of the problem spots for the Devils this season, their goaltending spot. Now, I understand, according to the article, the GM is referencing more so to let's pick up an established forward to help out the front line there and all those young pups. But man, goaltending was a issue. We'll just say that for the Devils. So I thought it'd be fun to take a look at a few free agent possibilities and then a couple of trade possibilities and give you guys my choice on who I think the Devils should really go after this year. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Before we can get into the candidates, though, we do have to look at the backstory and we do have to see how we got here, right? And first and foremost, we have 7 goaltenders listed for the New Jersey Devils this season. We had Nico Daws, Mackenzie Blackwood, Jonathan Bernier, John Gillies, Andrew Hammond, Scott Wedgwood, and Akira Schmid. A couple of good prospects in there, right? Nico Daws and Akira Schmid. Schmid did excellent in the AHL. I don't want to take anything away. Nico Daws, same thing, right? They're doing good things. They're young. Give them time, but we had 7 goaltenders playing for you guys this year. That's tough. Injuries, of course, play a part in it, but Mackenzie Blackwood was supposed to be the future of this position for you guys, for Team Canada even potentially, right? And yeah, he didn't perform very well this year, and that's okay. It's going to happen. Fingers crossed. Maybe he rebounds, and this is a moot conversation, right? But taking a look at the numbers last year, the save percentages, we only had one person over 900. Only one over 90%, and that's Bernier, and he had a couple of duds there to end the season. Watching Devils games, I don't know if I ever felt confident in their goaltending, and that's a problem. As an Oilers fan, something I'm well too aware of. You need solid goaltending, right? So that's the purpose of this. So overall, we had 7 goaltenders playing for the Devils this season, and none of them really excelled. Of course, you want a better team in front of that as well, but they've got some pieces, and it's time to supplement those pieces. Jack Hughes, Jasper Bratt, Ty Smith on the back line. You've got your other young pups coming up, Luke Hughes, you got Sharon Govich, Nico Hischier in the middle. Now's the time. Let's not worry about the back end. Let's get a goalie in place and let's get this going. So let's jump right into it. We've got the candidates. So first and foremost, we're going to look at free agency. My first candidate's going to be, essentially, he's the top free agent goalie. Of course, this is just my opinion, and I pulled these rankings, quote-unquote, from Yahoo, NHL's top 50 free agents, impending free agents. But we have Marc-Andre Fleury, and again, huge shout-out to Dom and Shayna from The Athletic on these amazing player cards. I told you guys we'd see them again, and sure enough, they're right here. We're going to use these because they really do a wonderful job at demonstrating a player's value. We have that game score value added at the bottom. We also have our market value to kind of see if they're living up to their contracts, right? And, by no means is this the Bible, but I find this is a really nice way to gauge players and a fun way to, a fun measuring stick, if you will. But back to Marc-Andre Fleury. Knights fans, you'll know what he can bring to your team. Penguins fans, same thing. Wild fans, you're learning it right now. He is a legend. He's Marc-Andre Fleury. He is 37 years old, though, so this wouldn't be a quick fix, this would be more of a quick fix, a Band-Aid on the issue. Another year or two down the line, we're probably looking at it again. But could he be a great bridge goalie for Mackenzie Blackwood? Give him another season to get his confidence back, let him be the backup, let him learn. He absolutely could be, right? So Marc-Andre Fleury, maybe a pipe dream in some ways. Maybe he wants to live in New Jersey for his last season. Nothing against New Jersey, but he's very particular, right? He only went to the Wild because Chicago is fairly close and wants to win that cup. So if you guys could prove that, hey, we've got the pieces in place, Dougie Hamilton's still there too, so he can rebound. He could be a good fit. Next candidate, Blues fans, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take him away, but Ville Husso, he has been excellent for you guys. He probably, Robert Thomas, Jordan Kyrou, they've been breakout stars, but Ville Husso, he probably saved the season in a lot of ways, right? Jordan Binghamton didn't really live up to expectations this year. He's had some issues, but Ville Husso came in and played really well and really carried this team, and he's done well in the playoffs. Last night it's okay, but game one, man, he looked great. So I think he would be an excellent one as well. We can see his game score value added is coming in at 1.5, so it's a little lower than Marc-Andre Fleury's this season, but it's marginal, right? And the goalie position, we already know that it's peaks and valleys, and a lot of it's about confidence. So also about the team that's playing in front of you, right? Marc-Andre Fleury, credit to him. This is updated, I'm sure, with the Wild at the end, but he also played with the Blackhawks this year. So, but our last candidate for free agency, Leafs fans, Jack Campbell, you know what the ride's like, peaks and valleys again. Seems like that's just goaltending, but he played excellent at the beginning of the year, got hurt, didn't play a little bit middle, towards the end, has come back and rebounded nicely, didn't have the greatest game last night, but I don't think you're necessarily putting any of those goals on him directly. It's not the Mike Smith moment, but I think Jack Campbell would be an excellent selection as well. One thing, too, I did try to pick some age differences here. So, depending on which direction, and if you want to really invest money in long term, Ville Husso is going to be your guy. Jack Campbell, 30 this last season, 31, still in that prime. If he really stays consistent, I think he can do really good things. Another few seasons at least, but then you've got Marc-Andre Fleury, probably only a season or two left. So those are the three free agency candidates. But I have to be honest, I think if they're going to make a move, I would love to see them make a trade. And I've got two trade possibilities for us. First one, Islander fans, Varlamov, he's been your backup this year. I don't know if that was necessarily the plan. Sorokin's really good. Maybe we just enjoy having that two-headed monster behind in the net. Boy, you guys were so close to making the playoffs this year. It's tough when you start the season, all on the road with your new barn opening up. But boy, that thing's a beaut. So kudos to you guys. But Varlamov, back to my sentimental Avs days. He still got it. He played well this season. His market value was just a skosh under Jack Campbell's. I apologize, you couldn't see Jack Campbell's game score on the previous page. It was 1.4. Varlamov, we see here, is 1.2. So they're in that same ballpark. Varlamov is a little older though. He's getting closer to that Fleury area where you're looking at 33 this season, so 34 next season. He would probably be more of a bridge. Give the young kids some more time though, right? That the Devils do have a couple of prospects. But on to our next trade candidate, Alexander Georgiev. So first and foremost, I want to apologize for last night butchering Kochetkov's last name, Pyotr Kochetkov. I can do it, I swear. But Georgiev for the Rangers has played, honestly, in my opinion, has played really well. Of course, he's playing behind Shesterkin, and that's always tough. The guy's making 79 saves and 3 overtimes. But Georgiev, I feel like he deserves a chance. The numbers, don't speak too highly, but he's young. He's only 26. Boy, he'd look good in Devil Red. Man, they would have their goaltender for the future, hopefully. You could move Blackwood, or Blackwood could be your backup for... now you could have that two-headed monster, kind of like we just talked about with the Islanders, right? I like that move. So, the Devils do have pieces. They can make a trade. I don't know how open either teams would be. Varlamov, his salary is a little high, $5 million. But Georgiev's a restricted free agent. So, they might be able to get him this offseason, and they could sign him long term, and there you go. You've got your goalie. So a lot of really, really interesting possibilities. But who are we going to go with? Who are we going to go with? The choice? Georgiev. So yes, I do think if the Devils are going to make a move for a goaltender this season or this offseason, I think it would be smart to make a trade. And Alexander Georgiev would be an excellent choice. Give him the starting job and just let him flourish. Let him continue to grow and just build into it more and more. And you don't have to worry about it. Then you've got your defensive line with Luke Hughes, Dougie Hamilton, Ty Smith. I know there's a couple other prospects coming up. And then your front line where you've still got other prospects, but you still have Jack Hughes, you've got Nico Hischier, you've got Jasper Bratt, Sharon Govich. You have pieces. So I say the Devils should go after Alexander Georgiev. And that is going to solve their goaltending issues. Don't hold me to it, but I really think he would improve it, and I think the Devils will be better for it. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this special one. We're going to do more of these, probably maybe once, twice a week, just checking out a story in the news or breaking down an issue, maybe even giving you a top 10, top 32 list. A lot of possibilities. That's what's exciting about the Hockey Flow. But thank you again. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. If you want to talk hockey, you can always find me over on Twitter at TheHockeyFlow22. But until next time, cheers.